as we were worshiping, I just sensed the Holy Spirit put a word in my heart for us. This is Shavuot. That's Hebrew for Pentecost. And I sense in my spirit the Lord is saying that God is going to pour out His Spirit on you in a fresh way today, in a vibrant way. But this is not just something that He's going to do like rain coming from heaven or anything like that. You're going to begin to see the manifestation of the work of the Holy Spirit on your lives starting today. Starting today. Many of you have been praying for breakthrough. Many of you have been praying for something that you've been desiring. And I just sense in my spirit, the Holy Spirit is saying right now, today is the first day of your breakthrough. Amen. Come on, let's give it a hand. Said, Amen. The title of our message is Shavuot, and it's the Feast of Pentecost. This is a message that has been brewing in my spirit actually for, I've been praying about this message for about 2 years now. You will, for those of you that have been with us for at least a couple of years, you know that we've been celebrating Passover. Okay? We call it Pesach, the Hebrew name. We celebrate trumpets, also known as Rosh Hashanah, and tabernacles. Well, tabernacles not so much, known as Sukkot. But Shavuot, we've never really celebrated this. We've never, I've been praying about this and saying, Lord, what is significant about Shavuot? What's significant about the Feast of Pentecost? And so I do want to give you a message just for the sake of preaching on Pentecost and give you information. So I've been praying about this for the last 2 years. I've never really touched on Pentecost, never touched on Shavuot because I just didn't have anything to say about it. But I've been praying about this, and then about early this week, the Lord started putting something in my spirit, and then it's just been brewing and percolating in my spirit. And finally, I think I have something for you here. So, let's get started. The name Shavuot literally means weeks. The word Shavuot means weeks. And what's interesting, you can actually make a study on this. If you can Google Shavuot, but there is a website you can go to, aish.com, aish.com, and then they've got all these articles about Shavuot right now. And there's this article called Shavuot and the Magnificent Sevens. Okay, Shavuot and the Magnificent Sevens. It's actually a very interesting article. Okay, I think it's one. So as far as the Jews are concerned, Shavuot marks or commemorates the single most important event in Jewish history, which is the giving of the Torah on Mount Sinai. For them, that's the most important. Okay, the giving of the law, and the reason for that is because they're still waiting for the Messiah. Okay, they're still waiting for the Messiah. The coming of the Messiah would supersede the law. But as far as they're concerned, the Messiah hasn't come yet. Therefore, the law is the most important event in Jewish history. And the giving of the Torah was an event of awesome proportions that indelibly stamped the Jewish nation with a unique character, faith, and destiny. As a matter of fact, the Torah has become the basis for morality in Western civilizations. That's where we learn thou shalt not murder and to honor your parents and so on and so forth. Basically in the Torah. And the Torah is a remarkable and awesome piece of, I don't want to say literature because it seems like I'm diminishing what the Torah is. Nevertheless, let me give you a verse first. In Deuteronomy chapter 4, verses 12 and 13, this is what the Bible says. And the Lord spoke to you from the heart of the fire. You heard the sound of His words, but didn't see His form. There was only a voice. He proclaimed His covenant, the 10 commandments, which He commanded you to keep, and which He wrote on 2 stone tablets. The Hebrew actually doesn't say the 10 commandments. It says the 10 words. Okay, literally it's the 10 words, but we know it was the 10 commandments. Now, according to the Jews, the Torah is the way to self-perfection. That's what they believe, okay? Therefore, it is customary for a Jew to spend Shavuot Eve, which is the 49th day. Okay, the evening of the 49th day, one day before Shavuot, it is customary for a Jew to spend all night studying and learning the Torah. Okay, all night they do that. And the reason for that is the Jews consider the Torah as the way to, and this is interesting, I copied this word for word in an article written by Jews. The Jews consider the Torah as the way to self-perfection, and so Shavuot night is called Tikkun Leil Shavuot, which means an act of self-perfection on the night of Shavuot. Okay? So what they believe is that the more you study the Torah, the more you learn the Torah, you are achieving self-perfection. And that's why now, literally, among the Jewish communities all over the world, there is a revival of the study of Torah. There's a revival of the study of Torah all over. And now, let me say this, okay? The Torah is the most important document in the possession of fallen man. The Torah, and let me say this, okay? Because you know this message is going on YouTube, and if there are any Jews listening to this or any lovers of Israel, I want to say something right now and make it categorically clear. I am not anti-Semitic, I am not anti-Israel, and I am not anti-Jew. Okay, not at all. But at the same time, I will be making some statements today that will give us a proper perspective of the Torah. We need to understand the place of the Torah. Okay? I love Israel. I love Yeshua HaMashiach, which is Jesus the Messiah, because He was a Jew. When He came, He chose not to be a Filipino, American, German, French, African. He came as a Jew. And it was through the Jews that the oracles of God were given, particularly the Torah. And it's 613 laws. It is the most humane of all divine laws given by supposed gods through the centuries and millennia of human existence. Nothing compares with the Torah. The Torah is good, Paul said. Paul, a Jew in the New Testament, said the Torah is good.